So now let's get into Mace's team. The Chiefs have won back-to-back games after beating the Ravens 37-20. Mike, do you think the Ravens are in trouble? And then how do you feel about the game?
I think the Ravens are in trouble on one end, and then they'll be okay on the other. Now, because look at the AFC North. You're at Cleveland. Just talked about Cincinnati. They're down. Pittsburgh had a big game, crossed the water today, and came up. But I think that AFC North will still be around, so they're not really in trouble with the league, with the division getting away from them. But I believe they can be in trouble with their mentality getting away from them, because your mentality, that's a man's reality, and you keep making these kinds of mistakes, you start thinking that this is you and something's wrong with you. Like the Derrick Henry slam, I will never do this. I never have these problems. And now you start letting it get in your mind. That can be a problem. I think they'll still be fine. They got to get some things together before they'll be fine with having a shot at the division, because it's so bad right now. But they got to get their mind right.
I think the Ravens are in big trouble, honestly. They've allowed too many teams to score high numbers. The first 4 games, I think they're up to about 133 points. This is like the most that we've seen in the last couple of years of this type of team letting a team score that much back to back. And when you think about, like, we got Worthy back, I already told y'all, once we get our team back together, what it was going to be, Mike. So you are here, Killer's here. I don't want to see all these faces. Can you put the camera on Cam? Because I know he's probably over there looking crazy. Listen, the boys are back in town, man. We let everybody get a head start. That's what you do when you're faster than everybody. You saw Worthy out there. He's faster than everybody. You got to give niggas a head start, And we got Patrick Mahomes getting 250 yards. He's the first quarterback to do this in quite some times. I don't know what to tell you.
The first quarterback to do what?
To get, 250 touchdowns.
Oh, you said 250 yards.
I meant to say 250 touchdowns. And we're 6-1 against Baltimore. We own Baltimore. I told y'all this is what it boils down to.
You're right, and that add that piece on to what I said becomes a mental problem for Baltimore. They got spanked again by Daddy. You know what I mean?
Oh. Mike, I'm gonna black your camera out again if you do that again, Mike. Listen, we got four different receivers getting touchdowns. This is not even worthy getting a touchdown. There's nobody that can really beat us. When we're together, there's really nobody that can beat us. I might wear my hat all season.
Xavier Worthy gives you something you need now, because he gives you two things. He gives people the fear of, even though he's that speed guy, unlike most speed guys, he understands the holes in the zones. He's a speed guy that has the Juju Smith understanding and all of that stuff. That's what makes them dangerous when they get him back, to add everybody else around that.
Yeah, I'll say this stat. I'm a little disappointed. Stat, Larry Taylor's on. I've never seen winners such as Mason and Mike so happy with mediocrity.
Yeah,
like mediocrity, and to be excited about it. Mike's happy with a draw. Mace happy with being with 500. I've never seen people be this excited about mediocrity.
I'm not happy about 500.
Somebody upset. Person like me, I just couldn't do it. That's why I said I go down with the ship. We going down. I'm not happy about it. But to celebrate mediocrity is very disappointing from these two gentlemen. I actually have secondhand embarrassment, to be totally honest with you. To the audience, Mike, is my turn. If you want to go after me, fine. I just want to apologize to our audience. This is not the standard. This is not what we promote. This is not what we're usually about. And to be okay with a draw and 500, I just want to apologize to our audience for celebrating mediocrity So I'll take that I'll take the onus. Coach Rich voice. The onus
Nigga will always take the onus for something crazy.
The onus is on me as responsibility for the brand. I'll take the onus on that. But to everybody else's point, I think Mike, look, first of all, we didn't mention that Lamar Jackson got hurt in the third quarter and he didn't finish the game.
In the third quarter.
Yeah, so we'll start with that. Lamar Jackson didn't finish the game. But I think what Mike said on a serious note is that mentally, 100% mentally, I don't like the way, I think that the Ravens were off to a good season until that first game when Derrick Henry fumbled. And everything after that became mental. And he fumbled the first game, fumbled the second, fumbled the third game. And to Mike's point, he touched on it a little bit, pause, when he said, I didn't like Derrick Henry's.
Yeah, crashing the sideline, crashing.
It wasn't even about that. It wasn't about crashing the sideline, Mike. It was more about after the game, because look, we seen players bug out on the sideline, especially when it's day 4. We seen Tom Brady break iPads and throw helmets and everything else. It wasn't about that, because I know that a lot of people have to realize that us as analysts and fans and so on and so forth, and Mike, you know this better than anybody up here, is when you have a city dependent on you. And it's your fault that city can't go celebrate. And I know we're not talking about playoffs, Super Bowl, anything else, but, it isn't basketball. Every week kind of counts. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
It wasn't about the sideline for me. It was after the game for me when he was like, I'm gonna just, don't take this the wrong way, because I believe in God and everything, but he's like, I gotta pray. Then he told me I gotta go practice. Practice, nigga, hold the ball. Fuck you. Like, what kind of practice? You gotta walk through the house holding the ball, and your kids come around, smack the ball. What kind of, you're a running back. You have to hold on to the ball. But I didn't like his aura, or his mannerisms, I should say, after last week's game. And you could see shit like that could turn mental. It's like a shooter in basketball. You shoot the lights out and then you miss the last 33 pointers, and now it's mental. When I'm gonna make one. And that's what I saw from Derrick Henry last week. And I didn't like it whatsoever. On another note, to Mace's point, Baltimore over the years, we're used to seeing Baltimore known for defense. That's what they're built on defense, whether Ray Lewis or Suggs or whoever else, this is what Baltimore's built on. They came into this game last night or yesterday afternoon, last in the league in total defense. How is the Baltimore Ravens last in the league in total defense? This is the Baltimore Ravens. I don't like what I'm seeing from them. And Mike, you said that you don't count them out because the division's weak, but they enter in that danger zone shit you was talking about a couple weeks ago. They're 1-3, and like you said, it's a weak division, but not saying weak because Joe Burrows is hurt, and we know what the Cleveland Browns is doing. But listen, man, Aaron Rodgers looked pretty decent, and we'll get to that game.
He looked good. Yeah,
we'll get to that game in a minute, but just don't think that you're going to lose 6 games and make a run and win a division, because you have 2 great minds in Pittsburgh. Now, the talent around them has to do their job on defense, offense, special teams, so on. But when you got Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers in the same locker room, that's 2 brilliant football minds in the same building. Will it produce later on? We'll see. But I wouldn't take it for granted just losing 6-7 games and still think you're going to win the division. I wouldn't go with that.
I agree. Just had to put that
of
in
course
there.
You
really
agree.
quick.
Here we go.
Because it was a great little weekend. I'll just say that. Mike, I want to ask you really quick, because you made sure to emphasize that the Chiefs won against Lamar Jackson-less Ravens. So did this game not live up to the hype to you? Do you not really count as a real, I know on paper it's a real win, or to you it just doesn't really count? How do you kind of feel about it overall?
Well, because I'm looking at more than just the score. You also look at how the offense looked. Did it get back to looking like, oh, that could be an identity right there? Pacheco ran hard, and now what he has what I talked about in Worthy, he has that one-on-one guy that I can trust. When Pacheco was running hard, now running real, taking the tough yards, everybody's playing one-on-one outside. He's playing pitch and catch. So now the team looks like one of those well-coached, well-designed, schematic teams that Andy Reid. You saw that reverse. You know, it looks like something again because of that kid's ability to bring speed and explosive plays to that whole offense and back everybody up. Now Travis Kelce, he won't look so old because he ain't got to go take every hit, boom, 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 pushing him. People will be backing up and giving us some space. Now the Chiefs can work.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.